What would a Forbidden Door WWE versus AEW card look like? It probably will never happen, so it'll be a big what if throughout the wrestling community for life. But I'm going to build what I think would be a very good, solid 2-night WWE AEW card. I made it 2 nights because I kind of want to treat it like a WrestleMania because it's kind of a big deal if it were to ever happen. And there's so many superstars that are very talented in the men's, women's, and tag team divisions on both brands. I feel like 1 night just isn't big enough, to make a card, this good. So I have 7 matches total for each night, and there are going to be some people left off the card. Not everybody can make the cut, not even with the 2-night show. I try to make it flexible and understanding as possibly as I could. And then I'm not going to cap to you. There probably are certain people left off too who I feel like just really don't need to be on the show. Before I start, always make sure to subscribe, like, share, comment below, turn on notifications to be updated with all things wrestling related right here on this channel, and to be updated when we go live Sundays 5 p.m. Eastern time zone, every Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern time zone for the No Name Wrestling Podcast. We do allow the subscribers and viewers to come on the pod as well to chat with us from time to time and have some friendly debates. Now, yes, I know some people are likely to agree and very likely to disagree as well because maybe they would do things a little bit differently, and that's totally fine, but this is my fantasy booking, this is my card, this is how I would structure it, and majority of how this card looks is what I would prefer to see. So let's not waste any more time, let's dive into night 1, WWE versus AEW in a big monumental dream card. Starting off with the first match, Seth Rollins versus Will Ospreay. I feel like this is just an obvious one to do right here. Everybody remembers the little Twitter beef they had back in 2019, but despite that, 2 of the best bell-to-bell in-ring wrestlers today in the modern era of professional wrestling colliding in a big dream match, which I feel like a lot of people would love to see. Like, I feel like their styles and chemistry would mix very well, and I feel like it would be a certified banger, possibly one of the best matches that we could ever possibly see. Second match I'm going to talk about, just hear me out. Logan Paul versus Hangman Adam Page. Now, I have this match mixed together because Logan Paul has stole some things from Hangman Adam Page, like the Buckshot Lariat and some similar moves that you've seen Adam Page do throughout his moveset. But I do feel like the chemistry between these two could be really, really good, man. Like, Logan Paul has proven in big, high-profile matches he can excel, when the pressure is at an all-time high. And, Hangman Adam Page, he's had a lot of great classics in AEW. It's a part of some of the best stories AEW's had to offer as well. So, I feel like this would mix very well and would be a match that I would love to see. You're going to be very surprised by this tag team match to know that these two actually never wrestled in WWE, these two tag teams, so I definitely would love to see this match. FTR versus the Street Profits. Now, you could plug in a lot of tag teams for this match because WWE does have a lot of good talented tag teams like the New Day, like the War Raiders, like DIY, Pretty Deadly, the Motor City Machine Guns, right? But I say the Street Profits because I feel like they have, the perfect total package of being a complete tag team when they have the correct booking. And I feel like their styles mixed with FTR, oh my gosh, I think this tag team match would be absolutely insane. This is the first women's match I'm going to talk about for night 1. Bianca Belair versus Toni Storm. Timeless Toni Storm, who's been doing some of the best work, not only just in AEW's women's division, but in the entire women's division of professional wrestling as a whole. And Bianca Belair, is Bianca Belair. She's great all around, man. I know she was stuck in the tag team division for a while and hasn't had world championship gold around her waist in quite some time, but Bianca Belair to me is bulletproof. She's still certified, like she's still a main event caliber superstar, one of the biggest stars in the women's division, and by far one of the most talented. You pair her up with timeless Toni Storm, that gimmick, certified banger, no doubt in my mind. This next one is going to be a women's 5-on-5, like traditional Survivor Series type match. So representing Team WWE will be 5 of the best that I think WWE has to offer right now. I'm going to throw Rhea Ripley in there, Io Sky, Bayley, Naomi, and Jade Cargill. And then for the AEW side, I'm going to throw in Athena, Willow Nightingale, Megan Bayne, Hikaru Shida, and Chris Statlander. I feel like you got a good mix of everything here. You got some past people from AEW who may have left and went to the other company. You got some OGs from AEW who have been there since day one or the beginning of AEW. I feel like it would be a very good mix of some of the best from the women's division of AEW versus some of the best of the women's division from WWE. I got 2 matches left. This honestly has been a dream match of mine because I feel like this chemistry would just be off the charts for me. Randy Orton versus Kazuchika Okada. Now, this match is very likely to never happen, but I don't know, man. Something tells me Orton versus Okada would just go dummy, man. I feel like it would be physical, hard hitting. I feel like their styles would just be very good in the ring combining together, man. Like, this is something that I've always fantasized about in my mind. Like, damn, this match honestly would be so freaking good if it was ever possible to happen. Obviously, Okada was doing his thing in New Japan for a long time where he became the biggest star they had. Randy Orton's been in WWE his whole career, so it's like, the paths have just never crossed. But maybe if Okada ever comes to WWE someday, maybe it's possible. But Randy Orton versus Kazuchika Okada, I will die on a hill telling you this will be a certified banger. And then the last match I'm going to share with you, Cody Rhodes versus Jon Moxley. Now, I have this on here because Cody Rhodes has had two good feuds in WWE with two former Shield members, with Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. I feel like him having a feud with Jon Moxley, part of the show, would just be fitting. And Jon Moxley, being a former WWE superstar who never was treated properly in WWE to the extent that he's at in AEW, reaching the stardom and the level that he's at in AEW right now, being like, not one of the OGs of AEW, because he is an OG, but more so of like one of the leaders of AEW. I feel like he's one of the locker room leaders, one of the captains. I look at it, man. Moxley is like one of the people they can really depend on, and Cody now is being the guy in WWE opposed to what he wasn't in AEW, facing who you could say is the guy in AEW now. I feel like that match honestly just makes the most sense. Now, that was night one. We're gonna dive into night two right now. So since I did a type of, women's WWE traditional Survivor Series type of match, I feel like it's only appropriate that I do one for the men's as well. So here goes Team WWE for the men's night two. Representing Team WWE will be LA Knight, The New Day, Jacob Fatu, and Drew McIntyre. Representing Team AEW will be Jay White, Adam Cole, Kyle Fletcher, and Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin, the Hurt Syndicate. I like the mix up there. You got some tag teams in there who are some legendary tag teams. You got some powerhouses, some hard hitters, some popularity in there as well. I feel like you got a mix of everything in there that fits to me. So I'm going to put that, on the card. This next tag team match, I guess people are going to call the Super Kick Merchant match, but I feel like if you're going to do a WWE versus AEW show, the Usos versus the Young Bucks just makes the most sense, man. Like, how could you not do this match? I feel like this match makes all the sense in the world to do. Braun Breaker versus Swerve Strickland. I just like this matchup right here. Braun Breaker's an upcoming superstar who I feel like is a future WrestleMania main eventer and a future top guy, or could literally be the next top guy, the face of the WWE. No BS. Swerve Strickland has improved so much in AEW, showing the layers that he really could have been in the WWE with the right type of booking around him. He's one of their top stars by far right now, and one of my favorites in AEW. I just really like this matchup, man. These are two of my favorites in professional wrestling right now, so the matchup I just feel like would be very cool to see. AJ Styles versus MJF is a match that I'm going to book, man. This is kind of like the past versus the current, right? Like AJ Styles, an OG, a legend, future Hall of Famer, no doubt, one of the greatest in-ring performers, for some people the greatest in-ring performer of all time. MJF, man, some people said he's got a little stale. I still enjoy watching what he does, man. I really enjoy his gimmick. Like, MJF is somebody that is just, a superstar. He has superstar written all over him, if you ask me. And I feel like this matchup would be very cool to see, man. I feel like it would be a really good match. I got two women's matches we're going to dive into real quick before I get into the last match. One of those women's matches, I think a lot of people actually will rock with this. Tiffany Stratton versus Mercedes Moné. I mean, I don't see how people could look at this and not say that this match wouldn't be an incredible match right here. Like, Mercedes Moné left WWE before Tiffany really broke out to the star that she's at right now. We've seen the type of matches Tiffany Stratton can have, and we know the type of match that Mercedes can have in WWE. And if you've been following her outside of WWE, she's been having probably the best stretch of women's matches, you could say, in the history of women's wrestling that we may have ever seen. Consistently, like the stretch she's been on, from New Japan to AEW, all around the world, she's been on that tour, bro. She's been having some really, really good matches, and I feel like her and Tiffany Stratton, keep saying this word, I'm going to keep saying it, certified banger. The other match I'm going to book is Becky Lynch versus Mariah May, man. I just feel like this would be very good to watch as well. Mariah May is somebody that's climbed up that ladder to really put herself on a higher pedestal in AEW. Like, she's really been breaking through some ceilings, man, and proving herself to really be like a main event top talent worth. And Becky Lynch is the GOAT to me, bro. Like, you can say what you want. You can call her Becky Hogan all you want. Becky Lynch has elevation attached to her. She elevates titles, she elevates her feud, she elevates herself and other superstars in the same process, whoever she's working with, bro. So I feel like she can make Mariah May look like $1 million. And then the last match I'm going to talk about, just picture this, man. Roman Reigns versus Kenny Omega. Oh my gosh, bro. Roman Reigns has been one of the best pure storytellers in professional wrestling since like COVID, right? Kenny Omega has been one of the best bell-to-bell match quality in-ring wrestlers that we've seen since like 2016, you could say, maybe even before that, 2015, about a decade now, man. You match the storytelling that Roman can do with the in-ring quality that Kenny Omega brings and put that all together, not to mention Roman can still go in the ring, Kenny could also still tell good stories. Put that together, man, we're talking like iconic word attached to this, if you ask me. Iconic is attached to this. 100% if you ask me. Roman Reigns versus Kenny Omega, the tribal chief versus the cleaner, or whatever you want to call it, bro. This is something I need injected into my veins at some point. I need this match to happen at some point. Not in a video game, like in real life. Can we make it happen somehow? Okay, now that I named all the matches for Night 1 and Night 2, which you can see the card for Night 1 right here below me, and the card for Night 2 right here below me, which night do you think is the better night overall when it comes to storytelling and match quality, and the one that intrigues you the most? There are probably some things you would tweak in there as well, and you can leave that in the comments as well. But just strictly looking at Night 1 and Night 2 right here, with all the matches, all 7 matches for both nights, which one do you think intrigues you the most and could be the better overall night? And even if I ask y'all not to come at me sideways, y'all still gonna come at me sideways anyways, because there are some people that I did not put on the card, like CM Punk, like Charlotte Flair, no Ricochet, no Chris Jericho, no Darby Allin, all valid names who could be on here. And if you want to do your own fantasy booking where you can fit these people on the card somehow and make it work, then hey, do you. But if you disagree with how I broke it down, the best way, honestly, I could explain it to you. These were the best matchups that I possibly looked at with the most intriguing stories attached to it that I feel like would make the best overall card. But it's okay to agree to disagree. Let me know in the comment section below if you rock with the fantasy card that I booked. If you want to do it a little bit differently, also book it how you would do it in the comment section below as well. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And if you want to check out more pro wrestling content right here on this channel, you're in luck because you can click the video right here. If you want to check out the No Name Wrestling podcast that I'm a part of, you can click the playlist right here to check out all episodes.